We are simply an illusion. The amount we do not reject is the amount we do not get. Who am I? Who are you? We are simply an illusion. All physical structures and all worldly matters that we are so concerned about on a daily basis are an illusion too. Everything that we are experiencing in our five senses world constitutes merely 1/10 of 1%. Let's take water as an example. Water, like any physical substance, consists of 99.99% of atoms. The remaining 1/10 of 1% is merely matter. So it's not water itself, which we claim, but atoms that make it so that life on Earth is possible. Our hand can go smoothly through the air because that 1/10 of 1% is missing, not being revealed. In other words, if there is an object through which we cannot put our hand, it is not because of the cement, bricks, metal, wood, or plastic, but rather the atoms that are being revealed in unison that we cannot put our hand through it. It's not the matter, but revealed atoms that are standing in our way. Same with any life challenge you may think of and you are going through right now. What you see, experience, or feel is an illusion. Atoms cause that particular challenge, which finally reflected as physical manifestation. Our five senses world is an illusion, and since we are an illusion too, we cannot influence the world we live in. Fortunately, the illusion can be changed, as it is not true reality. What cannot be changed is true reality, as what is real cannot ever be changed. Ego has been working extensively hard to convince us that in order to heal our personal life and the world as a whole from any form of struggle, pain, famine, unemployment, sickness, or financial crisis, we should share, give, and volunteer. The history of humanity has shown, however, that this way of dealing with an issue hasn't solved our pain, anxieties, fears, misfortune, or misery. On the contrary, it has actually increased them. What if it is not about how much we give and share, but how much we can say no to desires we lust after so much? What if it is not about giving, sharing, or volunteering? What if not taking is the epiphany humanity has been searching for so desperately? Yes, giving, sharing, or volunteering is an inseparable part of our consciousness. It is essential in order to build strong and sound relationships between people. However, these features are simply a warm-up. It is a kind of training, preparation to learn to make a connection with true reality, the 99.99%. Think about it. What is easier? To share what we already have in excess, or to say no to unfulfilled desires? A rich and wealthy person has no problem supporting a charity or any other lofty deed. He has a great deal of money, and he is willing to give some of it away. But is he willing to say no to the funds he is going to earn? Within any action of giving, sharing, or volunteering, there is so-called me consciousness. This consciousness is an illusion and creates an illusion. You see, if I forget you, and there is only me, there is no me, because in me there is only an illusion. The me consciousness is to receive, to get, to take, to have. But when I am you, when the essence of me is on the outside, when I reject my desires, and I consider myself outside of me, then I create the real me. The main question is, are we outside of ourselves? Meaning of what we desire and lust for. Can we voluntarily, for the sake of someone else, quit our feeling of lacking or pain, which are so meticulously wrapped up in our desires? By putting rejection on me is going to affect you. By rejecting my feeling of lacking, and by not focusing on myself, I am affecting you. And if there is no me anymore, in fact, there is no you either. There is no separation, no difference between the two of us. Paradoxically, by rejecting me, we are actually receiving. We are receiving not the illusion, but real me. Real me has the power to influence what is not real. Think about it. Do you truly believe that by giving money to a homeless man or a thief, we will transform the seat of his consciousness? As long as a thief will have in his consciousness a desire to take from someone who has more, It will not work. He is going to be destined to do it anyway. But what would happen if the same thief, while having a desire to steal, as he defines it as suffering, paused a couple of seconds, felt the pain of the lacking he is going through, and instead of fulfilling it, voluntarily says no to it? By conscious rejection of that desire, the thief transforms me consciousness. This will change not only his life, but also the life of the person who is going to be robbed. Every human consciousness consists of two aspects to receive. Voluntary, that is, conscious desire to receive. This state of consciousness can be only achieved by rejection of me consciousness. Involuntary, that is, unconscious desire to receive. This state of mind consists of me consciousness. Imagine a person who is in a coma. Does he or she have a conscious desire to receive from a giver who often desperately wants to help? Not really. To some extent, a body would take necessary nourishment to stay alive. But does that person have a conscious desire to take from the giver? The giver may share with the beneficiary, but as long as he knows that the beneficiary is not aware of him, he doesn't exist. He is an illusion. Would you feel content and have genuine fulfillment if you gave a gift to your close friend who has absolutely everything and is totally and utterly satiated? No. But why wouldn't you feel true happiness and satisfaction from sharing? Because as long as your friend cannot create a conscious desire for that particular gift, he or she is receiving only 1/10 of 1%. There is me consciousness within that action of receiving. Therefore, you don't feel true connection between the two of you. Our consciousness constitutes a desire to receive and a desire to share. What would happen if we voluntarily eliminated that part of our consciousness which stands for a desire to receive? As a result, only one consciousness would stay with us, the desire to share. Yes, but this time, the desire to share, to give, to volunteer, wouldn't contain me consciousness. Me consciousness has been canceled and eliminated. Now we are ready to receive and to give. As within receiving and giving, there is no me consciousness anymore. Now we are ready to control, transform, and influence the world of 1/10 of 1%, the world of illusion. So let's ask ourselves, what do we have in excess? What are we emitting and sharing most of the time? Our pain, suffering, lack, anxiety, judgment, fear, and jealousy. These are the features we unconsciously share most of the time. When we experience negative emotions about someone who might actually have done us wrong, we validate our hatred, envy, and jealousy. When we experience negative feeling because we expected more from someone we counted for, we validate our judgment as a victim. By focusing only on physical accomplishments and fulfillment, sooner or later we will be disappointed. Because this is an illusion. Our ultimate work and efforts we had ought to address is towards the spiritual transformation of our consciousness. Through this process, we will rediscover true us, resulting in a better lifetime and the next incarnation. In order to eliminate that illusionary part of me consciousness, we need our five senses world, including the life challenges and corrections that we encounter on a daily basis. In the third level workshop, Keter explains how to confront life corrections and transform me consciousness. The amount we do not reject is the amount we do not get.